Hello, I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'd like to welcome you to Brevard's Best Shot Competition. This is no ordinary shooting competition, and I'm proud to be your host as we go to find the best shooter in Brevard County. Now let's talk about how the show works. We've got two teams that are combined of 8 citizens and 8 law enforcement officers from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The true competition is to have them in a shoot-off in actually 8 different events that through them will identify who the best shooter is. After each event, each team will decide who's going to leave, who's going to take the walk of shame as we identify the best shooter for Brevard County.
Okay, the shotgun we used in the events is the Remington 870 pump shotgun. It was produced in 1951 and has been in use since. In the civilian world, it's very common in sporting events, hunting, different things like that. It's seen military use and is probably the most predominant shotgun used in law enforcement today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 3. Each of you just breathed a little bit of a relief when Dave Jacobs, who I think everybody thought had a legitimate chance to win this, cost himself with some misses, left the door wide open for one of you 3 to actually become Brevard's best shot. Carson, Samantha, Bob, you've done an amazing job getting to this point. If you got knocked out this round, I think you could walk away with your head held high, but you won't walk away with the hardware of Brevard's best shot. The pressure's on. This next event is going to challenge you even more than any other. Our range official, Jim Stimmel, will set the stage. So let's go over it again. So they're going to have a Remington 870 shotgun. You will give them 1 slug.
It'll be loaded with 1 slug.
Already loaded. They're going to fire a shot at the black target up on the bow. If they miss, you hand them another slug. They load until they hit that black target. Once they do, they can now load up with 3 rounds. When they address these 3 plates behind us, have to knock all 3 of them down. Then they move forward with an empty shotgun to the next barrier. And from there, they have to shoot right and left-handed to address the 2 targets that are now range.
There are penalties. We're going to have 5 targets in 6 rounds. That's all the round we're going to have. So anything left standing.
I will remind each of you that we started with 8 citizens, civilians from our community, and 8 members of our agency. We are down to the final 3. Carson, you represent our civilians, our community. Samantha and Bob, each of you represent the Sheriff's Office. It's been a great competition. Let's get one more of you on your way home. Bob Wagner is going first. Bob, good luck.
I'm going to start for the buzzer.
Put together a pretty smooth time. Seems to be comfortable with the weapon. He's got one last target to address. Shooting it left-handed. Very good time. Very. Bob, is there, first of all, excellent. As they're setting everything back up, challenging? What was the hardest part of it?
It's good.
Okay.
I'm a shotgun guy, so we're both old school. That's my gun.
Yeah.
That's the go-to.
Back in the day, that was the piece of equipment was the 870. Not only a solid performing weapon, but a psychological weapon as well. So,
no sound like it wrecking.
Yeah, that's right. So you felt comfortable out there?
Absolutely.
Looked like you were comfortable. So
Yeah, I was.
Looked like you put together a good time. So
Glad I'm first out of the way.
All right. Excellent.
got a bug on you, buddy. Take it.
Ah! Oh yeah, that's what happens. You try and save somebody, and then you get hit.
Good luck, Sam.
All right, Sam, you next. Sam, who's going? Samantha, you ready?
Yep.
You saw Bob put together a good time.
Yeah.
You got to put the stress levels up.
Yep.
All right, but I've seen you rise to the challenge every competition.
So,
Can you do it again?
let's see.
All right.
Do it.
How comfortable are you with the shotgun?
I've shot it 3 times now.
Okay.
Not that comfortable, but like any weapon, you point out what you want to shoot and just take a breath, slow trigger pull, and hope it gets the target.
All right. Well, I certainly admire your performance in this competition, and I see you're a very strong competitor. Got the will to win, which is what we always want. And certainly it looks like you do a lot of training, fitness, and shooting and everything else. So it speaks well to how you're competing out here. Well, I'll let you get focused. I know you're ready.
Appreciate it.
Looks like the range officials have got the range reset for the next competitor. Samantha steps in. First shot's a hit though.
Nope. No three.
Samantha seems to be having a little bit of trouble with the weapon. Probably not as familiar with it as Bob indicated he was. Certainly got rounds in it, ready to go forward. Every second is ticking away though. Great accuracy. Sometimes in these events it comes down to simply knowing the weapon, having experienced it before, following the instructions so that you don't get penalties. Every second that ticks away on weapon weapon loading is certainly going to be a problem for her. Switching to her left hand. Able to get the shot down. Samantha. A little bit of trouble with loading the weapon. That your accuracy looked perfect. Every shot hit, but those seconds that were taken away while you're trying to load the weapon could be costly in this. And, in this competition at this level, seconds can mean the difference of staying and going. So I know the stress got to be high right now.
Yep.
You got to watch for your next, your final team member and competitor to shoot. See if you get to stay with us. But excellent job, great accuracy. Range officials got the range set. Everything has been reset from the past shoot.
It's very sloppy, Joe. You're very engineered. You're ready? You're ready.
First shot's off. Second shot's a hit. Now I got to transition 3 rounds into the gun and then address the 3 steel plates right in front of me. Pretty quick transitioning to the next barricade. First shot off. He's got 1 shot, and I think he gets to see himself go into the finals. He's having some trouble with the weapon. He's got it up. Missed his shot. He's got 1 round left. Got it loaded. Could be close. They had a little bit of trouble right at the end.
Yep.
All right. Now, you being left-handed puts a little spin on it, but as you said, you're familiar with the weapon and just had to work through that. How do you think you did? Think you made it into the next round?
It's going to be close.
Okay. Well, I think you did excellent. Your accuracy was perfect right up until the last shot.
Yeah, I came
Then
off
you
my
had
game on
one.
that transition.
Yeah, so, well, excellent. First of all, great course. Some of you had some struggles. Some of you did not. And I think in this round it came back to just weapon familiarity. Bob, you talked about a weapon that you grew up with when you first got on the job. No secret to anyone, Bob Wagner's going to the finals. His time of 36 was right on. All right? Great execution.
Thank you, sir.
So now it's down to you two. Both of you struggled a little bit. Both of you had some transition problems loading it. Both of you put yourselves in a bad way and made it closer than it could have been. But at the end, Samantha, you struggled more. And as unfortunate as it is, you've taken your last shot in Brevard's best shot competition. Tell your teammates so long. And we will go to the final event that will decide who's really Brevard's best shot. One civilian, one member of our agency. You couldn't script it any better.
All right, Sam, you just got knocked out. What happened?
Well, really not that familiar with the shotgun. So every time I was loading it, it took me a little far. I was accurate on all the shots, didn't miss any, but definitely slowed down when I had to reload each time. So that's what it did.
Must feel pretty good to be in the last top three.
Definitely feels good. Feels good to be the only female left. I think I did pretty well with the females and represented my agency pretty well. So it feels good. Definitely my first competition, so I can only go up from here.
So now you can go home and practice knives and tomahawks and
Oh,
BB
yeah.
guns.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and see if we can get a tomahawk as a secondary weapon from now on. So we'll see about that.
On the next exciting episode of Brevard Best Shot Competition.